everybody, welcome back to Jamia's Promo, and today we will be talking about the Galaxy S22 series and as well as the Galaxy Tab S8. So we'll talk about all three sizes of the S22, all three sizes of the Galaxy Tab S8, what to expect in terms of the dates of release, the prices, the sizes, the cameras, a few of the different specs. Now this isn't a leak video, I'm not going to show it off in a video, I'm not going to show anything that was online previously of images, screenshots, things like that. You can simply just do Google searches and find those. So really this is just a quick video to really run down everything. I'm going to show you the pre-order page, which is right here, or I should say the registration for pre-order, because during this quick little time frame, there's only 8 days left. You're able to get additional savings and benefits during this time frame. And then when pre-order starts, you'll be able to, pre-order the device. And again, you won't be able to get some things during that time that you're able to get right now. And then right up over here, this is basically my little Google Keep, a little document of everything that we're going to cover today. Basically what to expect when it comes to Galaxy Unpacked. We're going to talk about the Galaxy Tab S8, all three sizes. Here's all three of the Galaxy S22s, talk a little bit about that. So again, this is all just expectations, and a lot of things were probably already almost official, but we're not really there yet. So again, these are just all called expectations. So I'll be placing this link below the video inside the description, as well as the pinned comment. So this way you can reserve it, save some extra cash. But also write a comment below the video inside the description, which of these devices you're looking at getting and why. And if you're not thinking of upgrading, what phone do you have now and what's making you stay with that phone, and then what devices or which year do you think you might be upgrading. So first off, let's go with the website here. This is the reservation page, again pinned inside the comment section below and also linked inside the description. There's 8 days left, at least when this video goes live, and so here you can reserve either your Galaxy smartphone or you can reserve the Galaxy tablet. Now I've already done a video going over all of this extensively, but really the most important thing over here is going to be down in this section here where it says show more, after it says, the 18 plus for age. Now inside of here is where some of those important dates are at. So right now you can pre-order from January 21st all the way until February 8th. Now the reason why it goes until February 8th, basically at midnight, is because on February 9th is when the Galaxy Unpacked is happening. Now during this time here, from February 9th to February 24th. It states it right here. This is the pre-order date range, because that means the very next day, which is February 25th, it's a Friday, that is when these phones will be in stores. You go inside, pick them up, purchase, and you can move on. Now, there is a rumor talking about the Galaxy S22 Ultra, where Samsung might be just kind of maybe focusing a lot of their attention on the S22 Ultra because there is no Note out there, coming this year. So basically, the S22 Ultra is a Note phone with the S Pen inside. That one will definitely be available on the 25th in store, and possibly the other two sizes, S22, S22 Plus, is rumored to come 2 weeks later, right around March 11th. Now, that one again is just a rumor, doesn't really mean it is true. Basically, it could be either because they wanted to focus on the higher range phone, or it could be due to chip issues. Both of those are obviously something that could easily make this happen if they wanted to focus on a phone, or if it's just a supply chain issue with chips. Now, the other thing I want to mention when it comes down over into this reservation and pre-order page is that you can trade in two different phones if you want to. So if you have a phone and a tablet, or if you have two phones, maybe you have a phone and a watch, maybe you have a tablet and a watch, you can choose up to two different devices that you're able to trade in to bring the price of these devices down. So that was all that I wanted to cover here when it comes down to registering or I should say reserving the pre-order so you can get additional savings. And again, these additional savings here is get an extra $50 Samsung credit towards other Galaxy products during pre-order. So again, you can use that $50, maybe for some of the accessories, things like that. And again, you have to do it now. That additional $50 is not going to be credited to you during the pre-order time. You have to do it now before the official pre-order. So that is everything I wanted to cover right there. Now we're going to go into basically all of the expectations, some of the dates, the prices, sizes, things like that. So as we mentioned from before, February 9th through the 24th, this is the pre-order time frame. So Unpacked is on February 9th. This is the day that you're able to start to pre-order the phone, and it goes until the 24th, where the 25th, it'll be in stores with inventory. Again, it's rumored the Ultra will be on the 25th. And then the S22 and S22 Plus will come at a later date on March 11th. Now, I don't know if Samsung's going to come out and say if this is true or official, but this is something just to think about. All of these devices will come with that Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processors. And so first off, for the S22, it'll have a 6.1 inch display and then 3 cameras on the back. You'll have a 50 megapixel main camera, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then the 10 megapixel 3x zoom. The battery size is stated to be at 3,700 milliamp hours. You have my guess is this is where it's not official. My guess is that it'll have 6 gig of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage, and then it'll support 25 watt charging. Now, when it comes to the S22 Plus, you're gonna have a 6.6 inch display, pretty much the exact same cameras, but you're gonna have a larger battery. Now, I think this one will either come with 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, and then 128 gigs of internal storage. Now, if the S22 Plus comes with 6 gigs of RAM, it'll come with 128 gigs of internal storage. If it happens to have a version of 8 gig of RAM, it'll probably have 256, but I'm hoping it's gonna be middle of the range right here, either 6 or 8 gig of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage, and again, with 25 watt charging. Now, if you're looking for a phone that has 45 watt charging, you're gonna be looking at all of the Galaxy Tab S8s, and then also the S22 Ultra. So again, for the S22 Ultra, it's gonna be the larger phone, so it's a 6.8 inch display, and it'll have an additional camera on the back with an upgraded main camera. So it states here that it would probably have a 108 megapixel main, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 10x periscope, and then a 10 megapixel 10x zoom. It will have the largest battery at 5,000 milliamp hours, and this one will more than likely come with 12 gigs of RAM and then 256 gigs of internal storage. And there may be a version that's 512 gigabytes of internal storage as well. But I think this one will probably cap out at 12 gig of RAM with 256 gigs of internal storage, which I think is perfectly good enough. And this is where you have your S Pen inside, along with 45 watt charging. Now, I already have a 45 watt charger. If you don't own one, this will be the time that you can buy it. But honestly, it's only gonna maybe save you about 8 to 15 minutes maximum if you were to go to 45 watt charging rather than the 25. So you're not going to see a massive difference. Next up is going to be all around the Galaxy Tab S8. Now this one's going to be a pretty big beast, especially when it comes down to that S8 Ultra. So here's all the Galaxy Tab S8 information that I was able to kind of scour and find on the internet. So the small version, the S8 alone, will have a 8,000 milliamp hour battery or somewhere very close. It'll be 11-inch display. It's probably going to cost around $800, and the RAM will be 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage. Now, the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus will have a battery around 10,090 milliamp hours with a size of 12.4 for the display. And then again, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage. And because of the additional battery size, screen size, I think the price will either be $900 or $950 or $1,000. So I put it in the middle at $950. Just to be very close, I bet you anything it'll be about $50, difference of $950. And then here's the largest one, Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. This will have a huge battery at 11,200 milliamp hours with a 14.6 inch display. And then this one will have a bigger RAM and ROM. So basically 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of internal storage at the highest price, somewhere right around $1,100. Now, when it comes down to some of the colors, I think it's just gonna be graphite, silver, and then pink gold when it comes to the colors. Some of the major things that they'll talk about, my guess, expectations for the Galaxy Tab S8 will be a upgraded mic system. So it'll have a 3 mic reduction for video calls, and you're gonna have a bunch of call options, such as maybe clear voice and a few others. So this way, if there's a lot of noise around, it's gonna be able to cancel out a lot of those. It's probably gonna have that new ultra wide selfie camera. It's gonna probably have premium sound, 4 speakers. It'll have like a quad speaker premium sound. Then it'll also feature screen and front camera dual recording. So this way you can record what is on the screen along with the front camera. So if you're doing presentations, you can still record it and then send it off to anybody who would like to see it. There will be a new S Pen. They'll show off a bunch of cool productivity things. It'll probably have faster CPU, GPU, probably like a 20% faster, 35% faster type scenario. And then this one, all 3 of the Galaxy Tab S8s should hopefully be compatible with 45 watt charging. Now, some of the other stuff that they're going to talk about pretty much with all of these devices is going to be talking about, the object eraser. So, the Samsung phones already have this. Google has this object eraser. You circle it, tap it, gets rid of something in your display. It's still fairly new. They're going to, easily talk about it. They're going to talk about nightography. So, when it comes down to taking pictures in low light situations, doing some cinematic stuff at night, taking a look at the stars, a lot of that stuff is going to happen, especially with that little video that you can see with that reservation page. They're going to probably have a lot of cinematic details, a lot of cinematic things to kind of go along with a few different competitors that's in the market. They're going to talk a lot about the Galaxy experiences, all the different ecosystem stuff that you can do with Galaxy phones. They'll probably talk about Pro Video. They'll talk about director's view, so you can record with the front and rear facing cameras at the exact same time. They'll probably talk about some photo editing with like Photo Remaster, which again is already there. Director's view is there, Pro Video is there, but they're going to talk about it, get it out there, make sure people still know about it for anybody who is still new. One of the things I think is new will be the camera detection. So I think with the front camera, rear camera, you can already do this with the Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3, but it's a way that you're able to turn this setting on. I already made a video for it. I can link that below the video inside the description as well. But basically you can walk through your whole scene, and with your phone being still, it'll zoom in on you and keep you steady and centered. And I know that right now with the Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3, it's not really that great. And hopefully this is where they'll be able to fix all of that, make it a little bit better. And then also too, they're going to talk a lot about multi-window uses, especially on the tablet. They're going to show it off on the phones too, but you're able to do multi-window, have different screens at different places, copy and pasting, moving things around. That's pretty much a given. And then also too, with the S Pen, not only with the Galaxy, S22 Ultra, but also with the Galaxy Tab S8 series, they're going to talk about less latency, the upgraded S Pen, more, getting more fine, getting better details, things like that. So really, this was everything I wanted to cover. You can take a screenshot of this if you wanted to. You can rewatch this video if you want to, but this is all the expectations. There's nothing crazy going on with this. It's not going to be anything futuristic, but this is exactly what I expect to see on February 9th. And we'll really kind of come back to this, circle to this, and see how much of this is accurate. I believe most of this is about 90% true, just in terms of, looking at things online, things like that. We're getting closer to the time frame, so a lot of this stuff is probably, going to be accurate. But I hope you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe on the very bottom left hand side. And if you like this video, then you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.